everybody, and welcome to the Playbook. Oh, wait, I think the button started now. So, anyways, welcome to the Playbook, everybody. I'm Josh Randall.
I'm Tyler Wright.
Don't mind me. I'm just cleaning my glasses. It's very foggy. All right, we're back. Anyways, Tyler, how you doing? How's it hanging, I guess?
It's hanging. I don't know.
Great.
Last show.
That is true. Even though it is our last show, we do have some headlines for you, so we can get right into that now. We do have breaking overnight. The NHL does now have plans to return. I know that's probably not in the script because it's just so new, but the NHL now has plans to return. I think sometime in early to mid June, and it's pretty interesting. But the NHL is coming back, so that we do know.
In other breaking news, we got. Can you guess it? Boom.
I mean,
Dak not accepting it either. So Bleacher Report came out and said that the Cowboys offered Dak a 5-year, $175 million deal. The most if you signed that, he would have been the top paid quarterback in NFL history. He declined it.
I'm Jason Garrett right now. We're just gonna clap.
Why? Why is he? He's not that good of a quarterback.
He's not even
to deserve that much. He should be lucky they offered him that.
Offer that contract to Mahomes. You better believe Mahomes is gonna end up on the Cowboys in a couple of years. But not the point.
But that's just ridiculous. That amount of money is just.
That's.
For our next headline, we got dun 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 dun. NFL is to return with fans.
Oh yes, that is true. I did hear that.
That's gonna be exciting.
I mean, they were gonna lose $5.5 billion that season if they didn't. So I mean,
yeah,
it was kind of meant to be.
It's a smart decision for bringing the fans back. Because if they didn't, then that would have been like kind of like MLB situation. They would have lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
I like that Photoshop picture though of Burrows. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
For the next topic, we got Josh Goats. You know more about it.
Okay, well, Tiger Woods and Peyton Manning beat Phil Mickelson and Tom Brady over the weekend. Despite Tiger Woods and Peyton Manning winning, it was a very good match. Tom Brady had a very slow start, but then towards the end, he made one of the best shots I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But honestly, Peyton Manning could be a pro golfer if he wanted to, and they deservedly got the win.
Yeah. Came down to one. And then, Josh, you hear this?
Oh, yes.
Damian Lillard is not to play if the Blazers don't have a true opportunity for playoffs. So if they add on a couple games and stuff, Damian Lillard says he will not be playing.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I mean, from what I've heard, they're either going to add, more playoff teams, or they're going to go back to, 7 regular season games or something like that. So, I think that's fair for him. I think, honestly.
Were the Blazers even in the top 8?
I think they're 1 or 2 games behind 8th place Memphis, I think. So it's fair. It's fair what he's saying, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I get that. And then, your boy Flacco.
Joe Flacco.
As our friend Anthony would say, Flacco.
Joe
Flacco signed to the Jets for a 1-year deal. I feel like that's a good thing.
I think it's okay.
Flacco's got a good record against AFC East, so.
Yeah, I think that's a good move for him. I think it's.
Yeah.
I think it's potential.
Darnold to learn from him.
Yeah.
So, I think, it's a good move. And then, boom.
On this day in sports history, UEFA Champions League final in Rome. Barcelona beat Manchester United 2-0. The first Spanish treble of La Liga, Copa del Rey, and Champions League. It was also the last game Ronaldo ever played for Manchester United before getting transferred to Real Madrid that same summer. So, yeah.
I really know nothing about this. I was looking
as a United fan.
Sports days. I was like, oh, Josh would like this one, so I put it in.
Yeah, yes. Well done.
Look how young Messi is. Oh my lord.
Yeah, he's young. Look at Iniesta's got hair on his head. What is this?
Oh my god.
He's got hair on his head. You know it's old. Oh
my god. Best memories, Josh. Because as you know, guys, this is our last episode here. Last time you'll see me and Josh on the Playbook. Sad times, especially for me and Josh, knowing that we won't be coming back here every week to talk about that stuff.
Yeah.
And, Josh, you crying? Are you crying, bud?
No, it's hot in this room. My glasses are fogging. So, no, I'm not crying.
Yeah, no. So, we've gathered. We don't have videos, obviously, but we've gathered our top like maybe a couple of favorite moments of all time. I'm saying I'm gonna go back to like last year as well.
Really?
I'm gonna go memories from the entire class with Jerome in the class.
Playbook wasn't even a thing, but okay.
I don't even
I
care.
respect that.
MATV was though.
That is true. And well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
You want to go first?
Sure. The amount of memes that's come out of this show, I think has really boosted just Tyler covering his face, and also Tyler sometimes saying dumb things. I remember specifically we were talking about XFL, and he hit the Renegade during it.
Yeah.
And he's left the screen.
Wait, come on, I got something for you.
Oh no, what is this?
It's on my wall.
Dude, that's on my wall as well. Actually. That's upstairs. It's not in the best place. It's in my bathroom, but I mean,
it's on my fridge. It's perfect.
Yeah. No, I remember seeing that in the mail, seeing our newspaper, and being like, my goodness, that's like me. I mean, my face is covered, but like,
look, I'm in the paper.
Yeah. Hey, look, I'm in a paper. I did something. Yeah. I just and not even that, but like, I've had people. It's actually funny. I picked up my brother from school one day, and this one of the teachers pulls me over. He's like, "How come I see you on Wolfboro TV?" I'm like, "Hey, whoa, that means something right there. That's impressive."
Yeah, and the teachers like here, like Maltonborough, like during that little parade we had for the seniors, we stayed in the car. I have like a bunch of teachers come up to me and be like, "Are you guys gonna still do the playbook?" Blah blah. I was like, "I mean, a couple weeks it'll be our last week, but yeah." And they're like, "Oh my god, it's so sad." Blah blah. I'm like,
yeah. I mean, I think just because that what we did and what we've done, with this class, it's really been different. I don't think we've had something like this before. At least Moltenboro has, and I know Kingswood has, and I know, Farmington has probably something like that. But for Moltenboro, this was completely new territory. This is the first time that I think anyone's done something like this. Even like been on TV and read the announcements for us. Had the sports report, had Playbook and stuff like that. I feel like this is the first time for like everything.
yeah.
And so people really clinged on to it. We got a lot of feedback. Obviously there were some people not happy a couple shows ago with the nice thing that the nice thing that we tried to do with being seniors, we actually got hate for. So that's kind of funny. Yeah, no, I mean, hey, if people hate on it, then obviously that means they're paying attention. So I feel like all I hope for now is that somebody from the class below us like steps up to the plate and it's like, all right, we got this.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And like, who knows, maybe who knows, maybe when we're on like maybe when college is out for like Christmas or something like that, we get a lot of time off. We could even guest appear. And, I mean, heck, I'd be down for it.
Special episode, the Playbook Christmas edition.
No, absolutely special edition.
And we won't be in quarantine either, so
we won't be. No, I'm gonna knock on wood. Is there wood anywhere? This is. Yeah. We're gonna hope for that. Yeah.
I feel like for my best memory and stuff, I agree with you. But now, like, it's about moving on, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So looking back at like all the times we had in the show and like filming, I feel like the best memory was what I don't really say it was. I don't even remember. So yeah, okay. It was the creation of this show. Like we started here with MATV and going to soccer games and filming things.
Yeah,
and then you brought up an idea of a talk show. So
yeah.
Talking about that, filming some more things, filming MATV, and eventually we just put all that together and just made this show.
Yeah, like, I mean, we had the sports report, and even then we were doing headlines and stuff like that. But I mean, it was obvious that, this show was just kind of like, I don't know, it was supposed to happen, I guess.
Yeah,
like
it was like waiting.
Yeah, it was supposed to happen no matter what. I think personally, my favorite show that we've ever done is probably the Kobe tribute. Honestly, I feel like when we did that, that was like, that felt important. I mean, what we do is important, but obviously what we did then for that show was like
real. Like obviously we put like real like emotions and stuff, like not like fully like sometimes.
You were 2 seconds away from crying. That's all I remember.
I'm like we like put our full emotions, like our full thoughts about that topic.
Yeah.
Yes, we put our full thoughts about these other topics and stuff, but we don't put our full emotion into that Kobe Bryant one.
That was I just remember sitting there and then seeing you getting choked up, and I'm like, boy, this isn't gonna end well, is it?
Yeah. I held it back.
Oh, there's a virus, but no, continue. We're fine. Keep going.
Okay.
Keep going.
Next topic we got here is to you guys, the viewers. You guys want to do what we do?
You guys have. Let me just tell you, okay.
If you don't think sorry, you go first.
Basically, I get that it's sometimes stressful to be on TV. I mean, obviously it's not easy, but the thing is what Giesler does and what this class does is he'll ease you into it, and then the next week you'll be on TV and have no problem with it. Honestly, it takes absolutely nothing to get. You know what I mean? It's so easy to just be accustomed to being on camera. After a while, obviously it takes experience, but if you even have the personality, if you have the confidence at least, you can definitely do this. And even if you don't have those couple things, you can build it up. I mean, this class has shown so much about me that I didn't even know. I didn't even know that I was into football. This class made me watch football. I had no intention of watching the NFL until me and Tyler started debating, and Tyler and Giesler started debating, and I'm like, okay, I got to get in on this. So this class, it teaches you so much about yourself, and also about the real world and stuff like that, because obviously this is going out to public. Yeah. So I mean, it's a really good class to take. I totally recommend it. If you guys haven't already, sign up for this class or try to sign up for it. When you do your class sign up for the fall. It's probably, obviously it's not the best waking up early in the morning like we used to do, but it's worth it. It really is. And I mean, it's probably the most hands-on and creative class that you're ever going to find, I think. This class is basically, it's whatever you want it to be. So if you want to make it a sports talk show, do it. If you want to make it just the announcements or something like that, do it. You can do pretty much almost everything you want with this class. So I highly recommend it. That's for sure.
And trust me, me and Josh kind of make this look easy right now, but it wasn't easy at the beginning at all.
Absolutely not.
We were the test dummies, as I would say.
Yeah.
And we would make a lot of mistakes, a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
But we had Giesler, the producer of the show, help us through that slowly, teach us what to do and what goes here and what goes there, how to make the show and how to edit the show. It's if you have edited
even if you've edited iMovie,
anything like that in your background, please do the show. It will make your life so much easier.
And let me tell you, it took me a solid when we were first starting, I didn't want anything to do with the camera. I was no, I'm not sitting in front of this camera. I can't do it. But then we're like, hey, we should add a sports report. And I'm like, I'll give it a shot.
I started
and then eventually that became the thing. That became the thing that everybody wanted, No disrespect to the rest of it.
Okay, but, I remember when we first came up with the idea, I was like, oh yeah, I'll be the thing of it. Actually, I couldn't even pronounce anybody's names. So I'm like, Josh, just take over.
Yeah, you were. I remember that you were butchering the names, and then you're like, no, you're doing the next one. I'm like, all right, fine.
Yeah, I was like, I can't.
It was hilarious. And then you were like, okay, yeah, you can stick with it.
Yeah, I was like, I'll go back to the desk. You got this.
Shout out to Miles, by the way. I'm kind of sad you didn't take the class this year, but
Miles.
Yeah. Shout out to. I mean, there's so many people that when we were back in the studio, there's so many people that made this show happen. Not only me, you and Giesler, but also we had Zach. At least for the first year, we had Allie. We had Jerome. We had I think who is it? We had Andy. Remember Andy?
Yeah.
Andy was there. So shout out to all those people. I mean, they were basically, they were the crew. They got everything done. And this year was definitely a struggle with only the three of us. But we got it done, and we got a good product out of it. So I'm pretty happy with it.
And yeah, that's all I really have to say about this. So Josh, you ready for the next topic?
Sure.
You ready for this?
Get it going.
What's your worst / funniest memory in the show? Out of all the shows, for me, I'm gonna go back to the stuff.
definitely Jerome has been the source of probably 20 memes that have circulated.
And
today.
Shout out to
the,
Jerome.
the memes that have come out of this show has been hilarious, and I feel like we've been able to exploit that a lot, which is very nice. I remember there was this one broadcast in particular. I think it was when we were doing MATV last year. I just remember like not feeling good whatsoever that day, and like literally spending like 20 minutes in the bathroom before filming, and then filming, and then going back to the bathroom for 20 minutes. That was just not feeling good at all. Somehow I got through that broadcast. I don't know how I did, but yeah, that was tough.
I'm gonna have to say there was one specific memory I have. This is when Fortnite was a thing, guys. Don't hate on it. So I remember it was we were all in the studio and we started like I don't know how Fortnite dances got into place, but then Miles said something about Orange Justice, and you see Jerome try his best for the Orange Justice, and he's like,
"Yeah, remember when? I don't remember who it was. Somebody threw the shoe at me. Remember that? Was it you? It was you. You Patrick Mahomes throw that. It literally buzzed my head.
Something bad about the Chiefs, so I threw the shoe at you.
I remember that the roast. It was AFC Championship game, Pats versus Chiefs, and I remember the interesting fact of that day was you're not allowed to play hopscotch on a Sunday in Missouri, and my roast was something like that's not the only L Missouri will be taking on Sunday.
I threw.
And Tyler got so mad.
I remember that.
I could hear Giesler. I could hear Allie. I could hear everybody laughing in the booth, and that was hilarious.
And next year the camera just turns at me. I'm just slapping the table.
Tyler
goes here on. I'm just back things. I'm like, I'll be right back. I'm gonna kill him. And
I was getting attacked.
Quite literally, I literally threatened you on TV. I was like, I'll be right back. I'm gonna kill him. And then that was. And Miles just looks at the camera, looks back, and goes, well, that's all for us, guys.
Yeah, it was hilarious. Miles played it so cool because there was just utter chaos around us. You were throwing shoes. Everything was happening.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that was incredible.
One of the worst moments for me was when we were doing the recording the soccer games, and I forgot to do the audio.
I still haven't gotten over that. That was the best recording. That was literally that broadcast went so perfect. Everything was happening. Rainey behind the camera was literally a good cameraman. You know, he did actually really good. The audio went well until obviously that happened. But and it was a good game. We saw like 4 goals in that game. Couple spectacular ones.
And then the audio.
Yeah, we get back to, and Tyler's like, why is there no audio on the thing? And I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me! Like the mic was on. You told me it was on.
He just starts investigating. Did you turn the mic on?
No, we turned the mic on. It was in the settings, the system.
Oh yeah.
He's
like, and he was like, over all the settings. Like, did you do this? I'm like, no.
He goes, you got lucky last time. That's the only reason why it didn't happen. And I was like, oh no, like we just lost it. That was literally such a perfect recording too.
That was good.
I'm still not over that, if I'm completely honest. and I was really hoping to film some baseball games this spring, but
that's a joke. It's Corona time.
I was really looking forward to that. I was looking forward to. I mean, I was hoping to do basketball games too, but obviously, you were playing, so that would have been really hard for me to just set everything up and do all that. But I mean, what we did do was really good. We did our best. We did our best with the resources that we have, and that's what counts.
Yeah. All right, for the remainder of the 9 minutes we have, I believe our producer,
9 minutes.
I believe our producer wants to come on the show and say some stuff.
You're telling me we still have 9 minutes?
All right.
Yeah.
Feels like it's gone over.
You have 9 minutes. This is your time management issue, guys. No.
Hey, man, don't yell at us the last second of the show.
Hey, that's what I did. I wanted to come into your show last episode and just basically, scold you, find something to scold you about, really to kind of make this show, capstone on a nice element. God, you guys covered so much. You covered so much of all the things that I wanted to say, and you even reminded me of some things that I had forgotten about. There was, of course, the shoe flying incident, which I had completely forgotten about. And but I guess what I just want to say, speaking both as teacher and producers, I first of all, last 2 years in this class, I mean, there are times people come in and they'll get a lot out of the class, but they won't really, pick up the ball and run with it, if you will, to use a sports metaphor. And you guys really did that. And obviously, as you documented yourself, you guys came in from a place of not really really understanding anything as far as the technical elements, what it's like to be on camera. And as you said yourself, wasn't very long before you guys got up and running. It's just a willingness to give yourself over to the process, which really shown in both of you. And you had a good support group around you in that first year. And I'm glad that you pinpointed that, this is not some pie in the sky mystical thing that, people can do it. But we also don't want to sell you too short. Obviously, the first thing you did was sign on for a second year. And that was, that in and of itself positioned you to do some really great stuff. And then we had to kind of talk about, all right, where do we go from MATV? Which, by the way, yes, bravo on that front for creating a show for your school that they'd never had before. That in and of itself is something I'm really hoping doesn't end here with the end of this year. We have a lot of students taking our television studio production class next fall, so we're really hoping that continues. But hopefully we'll be back in the building. If not, we'll be doing more shows just like this. But I think the other thing is that once you guys got to the playbook, and now you have to sit down and sort of talk with each other and fill that period of time. This is where I think a lot of your skills kind of came to the forefront. I agree with both of you that there was a lot of initial promise that you showed on MATV, but I was like, it's not enough time for you guys to be on the air. You needed longer amounts of time to really kind of do deep dives into some of these subjects.
Yeah.
I agree. The Kobe episode for you was absolutely a very good episode. And I remember, obviously when the news came out, immediately I get a message from Josh saying, hey, we got to do a show about this. And it was a Sunday. Yeah. So, and it was something that immediately occurred to you, okay, we've got to do a show. We've got to do it now. And you guys kind of stepped up and got that show on the air pretty quickly. As we had already had, I think at that point, some elements planned for the week, but we dumped those very, very quickly to cover that topic. And of course, I think probably the biggest thing that we've overlooked is this transition from having this fantastic television studio, which is, had 4 cameras, green screens, graphic systems, soundboards, lavalier microphones, and all of that. And all of a sudden, we're all told to go home.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, now we've got to figure out, okay, how is this going to get done? And, it could have been pretty easy to just say, well, forget it. We'll do some little projects and kill the time until either we get to go back to the building or the school year ends. But you didn't do that. And, it took some time to figure it out. It took some time to plan it out. But you guys hung in there and have been doing some great shows remotely, even when they've shut down sports.
Yeah.
Which is the hardest part about all this. Like, okay, what are we talking about this week?
Trying to go every day and find look up on ESPN every little small headlines, like the Flacco getting signed. We wouldn't have talked about that in our actual show. That's just so small. We wouldn't.
Right. You had to dig for it, and certainly now we're looking at a situation where, as you said, NFL is coming back in the fall. NHL is going to do this sort of like a March Madness, but in the middle of the summer.
Yeah.
Or whenever they decide to do it. Yeah. And soccer's coming back, so you'd finally have things to cover. But of course, we're at the end of the school year.
Yeah.
So go figure.
Imagine.
Yeah. So I guess what I really it comes right to is just want to congratulate you two for an exceptional 2 years worth of programming, or really just a stand-up job here at our homes where we've had to kind of remote shoot, if you will. Yeah. I you know, what you discovered, obviously, when you did your show about the school athletes. You know, sometimes, you know, good TV can be a conversation starter. I don't know if I would necessarily, from what I saw, I wouldn't describe it necessarily as people, you know, having hate mail towards you. I'd simply say, hey, you didn't mention these people. You got a conversation started, is what happened. You know, who else is out there? Who else needs to be recognized? That kind of thing. That tells you that people were watching and people had thoughts on what you said, which is really a good sign.
Yeah.
So, but you know what? I'm going to leave it there. It's been an absolute privilege to work with you two. I'm going to get back off the air now and let you guys wrap it up. It's your show. You're the ones who put all the blood, sweat, and tears into it. Hopefully just sweat, maybe not the blood and the tears, but nonetheless.
We'll see.
The shoe part might have some blood.
If there's another shoe that flies,
right
if there's another shoe that flies, we're all in trouble. Uh-oh, he's running off. He'll be back.
All right, okay. I can't say I didn't see this.
Oh, no, there's the shoe. Okay.
Did he throw a shoe? He threw a shoe?
Yes, he threw a shoe.
Are you kidding me? Okay.
That's my cue. I'm going to let you guys wrap this up. Congratulations.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Josh.
Well, I mean, what do we do now? This is
it.
Yeah, but for real, the last thing I have to say, please sign up for this class. Keep this tradition going. We need this to keep happening. People love seeing it. I mean, even if you're like a clout chaser or something, please,
I'll give you $100.
Sign up.
Just kidding, that was a joke.
He's not giving you any money. He doesn't have any money to give. But please show up. Please show up. Sign up for the class. It is the biggest and best decision that you could possibly make in your school years. I definitely think this is the class worth taking for sure. But even if you don't take this class, sign up for Kingswood classes.
If you need help or anything, just feel free to contact us. Reach out to us.
Absolutely.
We've given our emails before. I'll drop the emails in our description as well.
Oh yeah, 100%.
All right. Well, that is it.
Well, thank you for everything, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for participating in all the stuff that we've done on the Instagram page, which I haven't touched in a solid week and a half, but it's fine.
Thank you guys
for watching.
Letting you know everything.
Yeah.
We do this show for you guys.
Absolutely, 100%. Well, this is it for us for now, I guess, is what we're going to say. Hopefully someone else will come along and start this again, but this is goodbye for now. Thank you so much for everybody for watching. I'm Josh Randall.
I'm Tyler Wright.
And we'll see you